The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Sometimes we hold on to relationships or situations that no longer serve us, out of fear or comfort. But it takes real bravery to choose ourselves, even if it means stepping into the unknown. And in the process, we often find the strength and clarity we need to truly find ourselves. I am Tatiana Santa Catalina. In the next few videos, you'll discover my colorful journey, full of laughter, heartbreak, and growth. I had only been home for a few days, after 5 long years in Canada. Finally, I'm back in Batangas. Just for 3 short weeks, though. Everything felt different. The town, the people, even the heat.
Tatiana, I saw Nick's mom yesterday. He's asking about you. Are you still in touch?
Nick emailed me years ago, Mom. But that's all. Why do you ask?
He came home from Japan. He's leaving next week. Just thought you should know.
Ah, okay. I'm just going to rest for a bit. It's hot today. Ang banas.
How are Patrick and Eva? Are they getting married?
Mom, they're not even together. Then my brothers chimed in, laughing, teasing, like they'd waited years for this moment.
Who's Nick? The one who looks like a rat?
No, the clothesline.
They were relentless, but I missed this.
Careful, she's still heartbroken.
Hey, as if any of you have beautiful girlfriends. I'm the youngest of 4. They didn't want me to go abroad back then, but eventually they let me. We're not rich, but we're okay. Instead of turning on the aircon, I opened the window and turned on the fan. That's when I remembered the photo Eva wanted. It was from high school. I opened my old shoebox, and that's when I saw it. My diary, locked, untouched, but still mine. I took it to bed, opened it, and suddenly, I was 17 again. March 2002. Annie's birthday. She said she'd introduce me to someone. Maybe this was it. The forever I believed in.
Tati, you're here.
As I walked in, I noticed someone looking at me. Tall, lanky, eyes locked. I rolled mine. He wasn't ugly, but not my type.
Hi, I'm Nick.
He sat beside me. I tried to ignore him.
How's the food? Are you a nursing student? I'm doing engineering.
He kept talking, nonstop, braces, dimples, crap, my weakness.
Want to go out for lunch? How about dinner or breakfast?
I only eat when I'm hungry.
But you're eating now.
He was called away by someone, then he left. That night, my phone beeped.
Hi, it's Nick. Are you still awake?
I didn't reply.
Good night, pretty.
I smiled. I fell asleep with my diary. Morning came with loud knocking and Ariel yelling,
Hey, sis. Still sleeping? Wake up, you mental escapee. Fix yourself. You're going to be our muse today.
Me? Muse? At 26? Seriously?
There's a 10,000 peso prize.
Really? I'll give you the 10,000. Let me sleep. And yet, here I was, Santa Rita basketball court, wearing a sash and a mini shorts. Guess who my escort turned out to be?
Hi, Tati.
What are you doing here?
Playing basketball. I'm from Santa Rita, remember?
Then she arrived. The girlfriend.
Hey, Nikki. Are we still on later? Hello? I'm Jessica. And you are?
Me? I'm the ex-muse. I walked away. Head held high, heart pounding. Some things change. Others never really do. The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 2. To say Nick Tamayo was pissed was an understatement. I watched him and Jessica walk onto the basketball court while sitting in the bleachers.
What are you doing there?
They look good together. If they have a child, it'll be as white as Espasol. No need for glutathione.
You gave her your sash?
Why not? The way she clung to Tamayo earlier. There was no need for effort. They'll score more points with the judges if they look sweet. Wait a minute. Admit it. Did you know he was going to be here?
Who?
I don't know about you. I checked my phone. Ugh, more missed calls from Jordan. We've broken up, but he keeps calling like we're still something. The MC announced the winner. Jessica lost. To be fair, the winner was beautiful. But of course, I was still prettier. Let's love ourselves first. Nick's team entered the court. Black uniforms, star in the middle. But number 16? Why not 21? Maybe someone else took it. But no one had 21.
Friend of yours?
Which one?
Number 16. He keeps looking over here. He was doing fine. Then I sat next to you and he started missing.
I'm getting a drink. Stay here. I was craving something cold. Brown syrup, pearls, perfect for this heat. Then, someone grabbed my drink. Nick.
I'm thirsty.
Are you crazy? That was my drink.
So,
What do you mean so? Aren't you in the middle of a game?
you were busy with Cantos. Wait until my game is over. We need to talk.
He left. What the hell? The way he demands things, like I owe him. I almost fell off the railing. He's here. Nick. In front of our house.
Good evening, Tita.
Hello, Nick. Looking for Tati?
Opo. We didn't get to talk at the court.
I'm heading out. But Tati's free. Come in.
Then Mom looked at me.
Tatiana, you have a guest. Behave yourself and don't be rude to him. Chris, prepare some snacks.
He sat on the chair, gray shorts, white tee, flip-flops. Simple. But there's something about him.
I was looking for you earlier. I told you we would talk.
You said that. I didn't say yes. What?
How long are you staying?
Not long. Why? Before he could answer.
Snacks are here. How was the game?
We almost lost. But I hit the last three-pointer.
You've been working out?
A little. When I get a break.
Not dating anyone?
Nicolo Tamayo.
Mano po. Good afternoon, Tito.
Don't tell me you're courting my daughter again.
Yes, sir.
Well, good luck with her. You might not just shed a bucket of tears this time.
Flashback. March 2002.
Why aren't you going on the date?
Because I already said yes to you guys.
Is that a problem? Tell him it's a go. Hey guys, let's drive her to the restaurant and drop her off.
I can drive myself.
Yes, but Nick should be able to drive you back here. So you can talk while on the way.
We can talk at the restaurant. Do we need to talk on the way too? That's a lot of talking.
Don't be too boyish. Be a little feminine. I know you grew up with your older brothers, but it doesn't hurt to be a little softer for a few minutes.
What am I? A cat?
Ha ha ha. Silly.
I arrived at the restaurant. Nick was waiting. He ordered for us. Stop staring. I'm going to melt.
Sorry. You're just really beautiful.
We talked about school, family, friends. It was easy, comfortable, and when he dropped me off, he kissed my cheek. Just a cheek kiss. But damn, it meant something. The truth is, I am not sure if we will go out again. I don't really have a lot of free time. Aside from always having rehearsals at the jamming studio, I have no idea how to handle a romantic relationship. For others, it seems easy, but for me, it might turn messy. But when Monday came, Nick was waiting at the school gate holding a bouquet of red roses. My friends teased me, and I can't stop myself from smiling. And now he wants to pick up where we left off. We were headed to Diversion Road. He knew my favorite place.
Calamansi?
He squeezed it into my bowl for me. Aren't you dating someone? Why tell my dad you're courting me?
I'm not seeing anyone.
And what makes you think I don't have a boyfriend?
You wouldn't be here if you did. Don't you think we keep getting brought back together?
What are you, Cupid?
I want to see you. Let's get to know this version of us. I think we can do better.
No way. I'm rejecting you now.
I extended my vacation for you. Let me drive you. See you.
I don't need a driver. I can drive myself.
You can do everything. You're independent, but I want to be here.
He reached out and took my hand.
Don't reject me so quickly. That's not nice. I'm willing to wait. Just give me a chance.
The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 3. Mom, I'm leaving first. Eva's inviting me. Just call me if... What are you doing here? I was on my way out when Nick showed up at our door. My siblings were playing chess, Dad was watching boxing, and Mom was peeling squash.
Your suitor is back. Aren't you a little early? It's 4 p.m. I thought you guys didn't have Chinese blood.
When you're courting Tati, I need the spirit of Jack Ma.
He's just as crazy as my brothers. You can't come along. I'm the only one invited. I looked for the keys. They weren't on the hook.
You're definitely going to drinks. Don't drive. Take Tamayo with you. Let him drive you home later.
The car keys were on top of Dad's wallet. He wasn't handing them over. If I take a Jeep now, how would I get back? Flashback. May 2002. The concert. The stage was set. The lights were blinding. The music was so loud my eardrums threw their own rave. Fans were jumping, screaming, and my awkward dance moves fully unleashed. It was embarrassing, but electrifying. The crowd sang with the band, and I leaned in.
What did you say?
I was trying to say I wanted to be his girlfriend, but the idiot went deaf.
Shall we go?
I nodded.
Really?
I said. He hugged me. It was tight, so tight I could barely breathe, but I could feel it. His happiness.
I am so happy. Are you free this Saturday?
We were in a pizza parlor. I was eating lasagna. He was poking at pizza crust. Why?
It's my mom's birthday. She wants to meet you.
Meet his mom? Already? It felt too soon. Should I decline?
Please? It's been 4 months. You should meet my family.
Family? Earlier it was just his mom. Now it's a whole clan?
You don't want to.
It's not that, but it's a family affair.
You're my girlfriend, not a stranger.
I didn't want to fight, so fine. Okay, but I won't stay long.
What time should I pick you up?
I'll drive. You help them prep. No need to pick me up.
Are you sure?
I'm sure.
Why didn't you want me to drive you? I used to.
You used to?
You're grumpy. Relax. I'm just your driver.
I stayed quiet.
One more thing. Was there another reason you broke up with me?
What do you mean?
Besides clinginess? I feel like there was more.
That's just your imagination. By the time we arrived, he didn't ask again. He was polite, talked when my friends talked to him. Later that night, he dropped me home, then left. I wasn't sleepy. I opened my diary. September 2002, the night of the party. I already knew. It was a mistake. Guests everywhere. I sat in the car, nervous. My phone was in hand. Nick opened the door for me. I almost forgot the gift. Cotton blouse, safe, simple, hopefully her style.
That's sweet.
He's not touchy. I like that.
There she is. Tatiana, right?
Hello po.
Tati, this is Aunt Marilyn.
No wonder you wouldn't let go. She's beautiful. You can marry him already, Tati.
Ha ha ha.
Okay, I'll stop. But I'm serious.
What are you serious about, Maria Linda?
Ate, don't say my full name. It's your birthday and you're stressing me out. Don't be nosy or you might scare this beautiful girl.
This must be Nick's mom.
Mom, this is Tati.
Happy birthday po, tita.
Thank you, Tatiana. Nick, you two should get something to eat, and I know you've been hungry waiting for her.
Why did it sound like my fault? We sat, ate quietly. He cleared our plates. A man called him away.
Just a moment.
I flipped through a magazine, eventually stood to find the washroom. That's when I heard it.
She's pretty. I see why your brother likes her.
But Blanca won't fall behind.
He's already in a relationship. Let them be.
I thought you wanted our siblings to end up together.
I didn't hear the rest, but I didn't need to.
You're here again like the storm you thought I weathered. It was a haunting echo I can't forget. I built these walls to guard this fragile heart, but every break you touch fell right apart. If I let you back in, will I lose me again? Or will your memories heal these hidden scars? My heart still races when you whisper my name. Caught in this sweet ache, I don't know who's to blame. I'm torn between forgetting and holding on tight. Lost in our yesterday, chasing borrowed light. I trace our laughter scrawled inside my diary. Each page a bittersweet confession of what could be. I taste your promises like salt upon my lips. Wonder if this love is just a tightrope slip, break us appear like summer rain, leaving traces in my memory. I drift away again, leaving me to learn how to breathe. My heart still races when you whisper my name. Caught in this sweet ache, I don't know who's to blame. I'm torn between forgetting and holding on tight. Lost in our yesterday, chasing borrowed light. If I let you back in, will I find my way? Or will your love and mine just slip away?
The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 4. Unspoken Words, Unfinished Business. I woke up late the next morning. It was already past 9:30 and the sun was shining brightly. I didn't bother to comb my hair and just went out of my room. I badly needed coffee and Tylenol.
Good morning.
I almost screamed. He was in our kitchen, putting on an apron like he belonged there. I hadn't even noticed him. What are you doing here?
I'm courting you, remember? I have a cooking session with Dad. We're making lunch. I need to tenderize the meat, so I came early.
Dad? Wow. This guy is presumptuous.
Do you want coffee?
I didn't even answer, but he was already moving.
I'll just heat some water. Here, Tylenol for your headache. Do you want some toast? I know you don't eat breakfast, but you can't take medicine on an empty stomach.
What is happening to him that he's so flustered? My head hurt, and now he just added to it.
Here's your coffee. I'll grab your toast.
He moved around in our kitchen like he lived here. Where the hell were Dad and the others?
They're in the backyard.
I drink coffee quietly and took 2 tablets, then notices his expression. What?
I just told you not to take medicine on an empty stomach.
It's coded. I'll live. Don't be so melodramatic. I rolled my eyes and almost spat out my coffee when he came closer to me. With Nick so close, I could probably count his heartbeat. What now?
Why are you upset?
If it bothers you so much, you know the way out. Want me to escort you to the door too?
If you're going to be like that, I might as well prepare for it. Ow! Tatiana, that hurts.
And stop saying stuff like that in our house. If Dad hears you, you'll be in trouble. He grinned while rubbing his now red forehead. Good. Maybe that'll knock some sense into him.
You're not getting rid of me that easily. Oh, and by the way, we're leaving for Boracay tomorrow. I asked for permission, and they all agreed. They said, just bring you back whole and without a scratch.
So that's why he's acting different. He got what he wanted. You have their permission, but I never said I was going. I didn't even know about the trip until now. What the hell is your problem, Nicolo?
I don't have a problem. You do.
I do? I'm just trying to enjoy my vacation, and then you show up and start courting me? I rejected you, but you still continued. You told my family your plans, but never asked me?
If I asked you, would you come?
Of course not.
And that's the reason why I didn't ask.
What am I supposed to do with that? I left him in the kitchen and returned to my room. Annoyed, I grabbed a towel and headed to the bathroom to take a shower. I stayed there for a while, hoping the cold water would wash away my headache. I was so irritated with Nick. I didn't know where this possessiveness and dominance were coming from. We are no longer together. Whatever we had was long over. After dressing, I grabbed the car keys and left. Didn't even care that my hair was wet. At the mall, I saw my mom's text. She asked where I was. I replied, salon. Out of pure frustration, I got a haircut. Chin length, no highlights, just treatments. Canadian water is hard, and my hair was feeling it. After that, I went to Max's and ordered sinigang. Milk fish belly still tasted the same. I didn't mind eating alone. I'm used to it. Back in Canada, I hated it. But now, I've learned. And then I saw her, Blanca the ex, and Nick's sister. Can this day get any worse? We made eye contact. Her face, impossible to read. After I ate, I used the washroom, and that's when I ran into Alexa. Didn't acknowledge her. Didn't want drama.
So, you're really here? No hi, no hello. Just like that.
It's my hometown. Last I checked, I'm still a citizen.
Still have a smart mouth. How many have you kissed now?
A lot. So many I lost count. A lie, obviously. But her face? Worth it.
Does Nick know about that?
Why should that be his business? We're not dating. 2 points for me, 0 for Alexa.
He's courting you. He told us. Even Mom knows.
And that should concern me. Why? You never liked me. You wanted Blanca. So do a better job matchmaking.
Is that how you speak to someone older? I'm Nick's sister.
Exactly, which means you should know better.
You just got back from Canada, and now you think you're better than us?
Think what you like. Just don't involve me in your dramas. I don't watch teleseries. I bought a movie ticket, a romantic comedy. Just needed something light. And then I thought, why am I letting Alexa get to me? She had no contribution to my life. Her thoughts and opinions, they don't matter. I didn't check my phone until I got in the car. 50 missed calls, over 100 messages, all from one person. Seriously? And then my phone died. I figured he'd be gone by now. I was wrong.
Where have you been? I called. I texted. You cut your hair?
It's my hair. I can do what I want. Why are you still here?
You think cutting your hair would make me love you less?
I dropped the keys at what he said. He bent down to pick them up. We almost bumped into each other because I was about to grab them too. I did not see that coming.
Is it that hard to reply? One text?
How could I? You drained my battery.
You've been gone 8 hours, Tatiana. I thought something happened.
I'm not a child. You know who you should be worried about?
I'm afraid to ask.
Blanca.
Who?
Blanca, the one you should be spending time on, not me. Go home, Nicolo.
I'm not leaving until you tell me why we're talking about her. Are you jealous?
The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 5, Echoes of the Past. Nick was staring at me, waiting for my response. What should I say? I had no right to be jealous. We were nothing, and it was as clear as day that his family didn't want me for him. I didn't even know why his mother bothered to ask about me to my mom. Was that just for a show? Don't be ridiculous.
I can be ridiculous. I don't really care. Why would you bring her up?
If I answered his question, it wouldn't be long before I mentioned his sister. And that's not a good idea. I didn't want to put him in a position where he had to choose.
I'm at my wit's end here, trying to understand you.
You don't need to understand me.
I want to. I want to understand you because I want to. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to be with you, even if you're being grumpy. I admit, there are times when you're hard to love, especially when you insist on the things you want. I know you can live without me. You've done it for years. I tried that too. But I always go back to the past. To those times when I was with you. I always look for you in others, even though I know it's wrong. That's unfair. Do you know why? Because I still love you so much.
And before I could say anything else, he was gone. I locked the car and went inside the house. I ran into my brother.
Hey, where's Nick? He hasn't eaten yet. He looks pale from hunger.
He left.
Tatiana, don't be too grumpy with Nick. The guy made an effort to cook for you and you just walked out on him. Call him and bring him back.
What? I don't want to. He walked out on me and now I should bring him back? What is he? Special?
I don't know about you, girl. Do whatever you want with your life. If that Tamayo finds someone better than you, you'll regret it.
And now it was 10 in the evening. Nick hadn't texted me at all, not even a missed call. Where could he have gone? And my messy mind was wondering who he was with. March 2003, graduation day. Thankful for everything, excited for the next chapter. Why do you look like someone died? Nick frowned. He was used to my straightforwardness.
How about we get married?
I almost spat out the fishball I was eating. You're not sick, but it seems like you've been possessed by a bad spirit.
I'm serious. Once you pass the board exam, you'll leave. I won't stop you from going abroad. I just want to secure my place.
Let's say you're serious. You're not done studying. I'm not licensed. Your sister would be the first one to object.
Maybe just at first. She wouldn't have a say once we're married.
She's due next month. The more reason not to upset her.
I have savings. I can get a job while I study. Besides, if you get pregnant, it won't be a problem because we're already married.
Enough with the marriage talk. You're just hungry. He didn't push the subject anymore, but I knew he would bring it up again another day.
I'll pick you up. Come see Erin. My sister gave birth.
I haven't showered.
Then take a shower. I don't mind waiting.
What's her name?
Erin.
Someone called Nick. He briefly stepped out.
I did not expect to see you here.
Your brother asked me to go with him. Do you need anything before I leave the room?
Are you happy with my brother?
I nodded.
But you plan to go abroad?
Yes, he knows that.
Then why are you still with him?
Before I could respond, Nick came back, smiling, as if nothing had happened.
You've been quiet. What's the problem?
Nothing.
Do you want to go home? I'll treat you to ice cream later. Just play.
He gave me a small kiss in the cheek. Okay.
Mom said to drop by for Christmas.
I'll try. We might have plans. I lied.
Tatiana, Merry Christmas.
Mano po. Merry Christmas po.
What would you like?
Just the fruit salad.
Dessert first? You really are something.
You love me anyway.
I do love you, Tatiana.
Wow, your girlfriend is so humble, Nicolo.
Just lucky.
If we were betting, we'd all be broke.
Nick followed me and even stole a kiss before I went to the washroom. It made me smile. But I saw him talking to Blanca when I stepped out. I don't know whether to go back to the washroom or look for another way out.
Hey, Tati. Come.
Blanca's smile faded instantly. She was not happy to see me, and that makes two of us. I knew who she was and what she meant to Nick's family. If I leave, would he turn to her? The Road Back to You by Raven Sans. Chapter 6, The Distance Between Us. I passed the board exam. My application for Canada had also been submitted. Now I was waiting for my license. Then I'd send everything to ICAS and CNO. I hoped I could take the RN exam without having to study again. Tuition fees were expensive and they didn't offer installments.
Do you really have to leave?
We were lying on a swing. One of his legs was dangling, gently pushing us back and forth. He'd asked me the same question more than once. Nick.
I'm graduating soon. You don't have to work far away. You can find work here. We could get married, start a family once we've saved enough.
My dream is to go abroad. I won't be able to save if I work here. With so many nurses passing, do you think there are enough vacancies?
You could work in Manila, if not here in Batangas.
You're missing the point.
My only point is we don't have to be apart. I don't want a long-distance relationship, Tati.
Nick sat up in the swing.
I've been trying to change your mind.
It's not easy for me either.
Really? Because it feels like you can't wait to leave.
He stood up, turned away from me. What's that supposed to mean?
You're always rushing to leave. I get it. You're busy. But I'm your boyfriend. I deserve attention too.
Is this about your sister's birthday? He didn't answer. Or was it the basketball game? I'm not always available. I can't just do what you want.
But when you want something, it's okay.
Our eyes locked, neither of us backing down. You should go home. We'll talk when we're calm.
No. Let's fix this now. I want to know your plans for us. I talk about marriage, starting a family. You clearly don't want the same.
Of course, I want those things.
With me. If you leave, you'll meet others. You'll have options.
I'm leaving for work. Are you saying I'm leaving to find another man? You don't trust me.
Tati.
Leave now. I ignored Nick for days. I didn't answer his calls or messages. When he came by, I didn't acknowledge him. One night, my friends picked me up for drinks. I didn't tell Nick.
Do you want another one?
No, this is fine.
You're not driving. Have another.
Halfway through my second bottle, my phone rang. It was my mom. She said Nick had called and was on his way to find me. She told him where I was. Suddenly, my friends went quiet. I turned around. It's Nick, with Blanca.
Have you broken up?
Who is that?
Are you okay?
If you want to leave, we can.
No. Let's finish this and go home.
When did you guys get here?
About an hour ago. How are you?
I'm good. Congrats on the board pass, by the way.
Thanks. You looked for my name?
Of course. I knew you'd pass.
Tati.
You're here.
I am.
His eyes stayed on Jimmy. Jimmy got the hint and walked away.
Let's go somewhere quiet and talk.
I'm out with friends. And you obviously came with someone. Don't be rude.
Blanca? I just gave her a ride. Her car broke down and she tripped. I helped her.
Whatever.
I'm staying here with you. How much did you drink?
Second bottle.
That's your last. If they give you another, I'll drink it. You shouldn't be drinking. You have medical tests for your application.
I thought you didn't want me to leave. Why the sudden change of heart?
Stop.
Did you miss me?
You haven't answered me in days.
So you did miss me?
I did miss you.
He smiled, put his arm around me, kissed my temple.
Tell me when you want to go. I haven't had dinner yet.
Why are you starving yourself?
You wouldn't pay attention to me.
I don't have a pot with me, Nicolo. Even if we're not okay, you should still eat.
That's why you can't stay mad at me. Who was that guy?
Jimmy. Friend. Old suitor.
So I'm your first boyfriend?
Who was your companion earlier, Nick?
Tati is the only girl in my life. I love her so much.
That blush? Not from the beer, from what he said. We're leaving. This guy hasn't eaten dinner.
You fool, stop it.
My friends are fun and modern, but I have my own boundaries. I don't care if they call me a prude. Restaurants were closed, so I cooked stir-fry at home. Nick stayed in the kitchen with me. My brothers smelled the food and joined us.
You two back together?
My hunger strike was worth it.
If you starve yourself again, I won't feed you.
I just wanted your attention. Can we have coffee and talk?
I nodded. We sat on the swing with our mugs. There were things I said last time I didn't mean, but you have to understand. I don't want to lose you.
I'm not trying to stop you from reaching your dreams.
Deep inside, I knew that, but I was still young, still learning.
Just know, whatever happens, I'll be here, waiting for you to come back. I love you.
We swing beneath an autumn sky. You laugh and pull me close. Your fingertips trace dreams I know but never fully chose. We talk about the places we will go, the stars we'll chase. But shadows on the horizon whisper doubts I can't erase. Oh, I'm torn between your heartbeat and the roads I've yet to climb. In your arms I find tomorrow, but my mind is lost in time. Love is calling out my name, but ambition reels me in. I need you by my side, but I'm afraid of where we've been. You tease me with a smile that hides your own unspoken fears. We dance around our secrets, tiptoe on hopes and tears. I find you there within the quiet after every whispered hurt. Choosing you feels like a gamble too absurd. Oh, I'm torn between your heartbeat and the roads I've yet to climb. In your arms I find tomorrow, but my mind is lost in time. Love is calling out my name, but ambition reels me in. I need you by my side, but I'm afraid of what's within. Stay with me a moment longer, let's breathe into the night. We'll face the dawn together, hand in hand in uncertain light. Hold fast to every heartbeat at our futures intertwine. Between us and you, I'll find the strength to redefine.
The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 7, Letting Go. Nick is probably going to get tired of me. Back then, he would come see me, text me, call me. He never got tired of pursuing me when we were together. And now I don't know what to do because there's no we. I'm holding on to his words. Nick wanted to get back together and even asked my father for permission. He told me he still loves me. And what did I do in return? I turned him away. I lashed out at him, simply because I was having a bad day. I should be wiser now that I'm older, but when I'm around him, I seem to revert to my old self. Meanwhile, it seems like Nick has learned from his mistakes. I was okay in the morning, but after lunch, and still no message from him, I set aside my pride and texted him. He didn't reply. Either he has given up, or he's really just ignoring me. Once was enough. I didn't push it further. The next day, I left for Boracay with my family. We would only stay for 3 days. I enjoyed my time with them. But when night fell and everyone was fast asleep, I was left alone. In Toronto, Canada. Being in a new country was both thrilling and scary, but I wanted this, and I had to stand by my decision. At first, I was so eager to see snow. It was fun, until I had to wear thick clothes and boots and endure the cold. It felt like my face was being sliced by a blade. Eventually, I got used to it. I was about to start eating my soup when my phone rang. It was Nick.
Hi. Did I wake you?
I just got home a few minutes ago. I'm going to sleep after I eat.
Why do you sound so down? Don't you want to talk to me?
It's been 3 months since I left. I've been working as a registered practical nurse in a retirement home while waiting for another assessment, one that would determine if I needed to take courses before the RN board exam. I mostly worked evenings from 3 to 11, but today I had to do a double shift. I was so tired. It's not like that. I'm just tired. I worked a double today.
If you were here, you wouldn't be this tired. Why do you have to leave?
Compared to the patient-to-salary ratio in the Philippines, I'd rather be tired here.
At least we would be together. It's not easy just talking over the phone. Internet sucks, and the webcam isn't great either.
I was too exhausted for this conversation. I'm not in the mood for an argument, Nick. Someone called his name in the background. He was out somewhere. I used it as an excuse to end the call.
If you don't want to talk to me, just say so. Don't use the excuse that I'm out or with someone.
Then, click. The line went dead. He hung up. I stared at my phone, shocked. I dropped it on the bed, careful not to make noise. The walls here were thin. The soup went cold. I didn't even eat. A weekend off came, but I planned to rest. My coworker Jenny invited me to a bar with her friends. I declined. But she, Danielle, and Maya showed up at my place.
You need to get out of this place, Tatiana. When was the last time you had fun?
Get dressed. We'll wait for you.
And wear a sexy top. Don't wear scrubs.
They persuaded me. Before long, we were at Bar Raval, a Barcelona-inspired bar famous for cocktails. And just like they promised, they dropped me off by midnight. It felt good to have fun again. When I got home, I saw 25 missed calls and 50 text messages, all from Nick. The last one read,
"Where the hell are you? You're out seeing another guy, aren't you? That's why you're avoiding me. Nice one, Tatiana."
I was about to turn off my phone when his name lit up again. I accidentally answered. I was out and I put my phone on silent. And contrary to your accusation, I was with Jenny, Danielle, and Maya. They're my coworkers.
If you had no plans earlier, you should have stuck to that.
Nick, if you called just to argue, let's talk later.
It's always later. Even on your day off, you don't want to talk to me.
Do you think I want to talk to you with that tone? I'm 1,000 miles away trying to survive here. Don't add to my problems. You're going too far.
I'm the one going too far? Whose idea was it to leave? Wasn't it yours? If you didn't...
You know what? I'm done. I can't take this anymore. You want a girlfriend who's close to you, right? I'm letting you go.
Tatiana.
This will be the last time we talk. Don't call. Don't text. Forget about me and move on. Goodbye, Nick. I hung up. I cried myself to sleep, hoping tomorrow would be better. The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 8, Sand Between the Past and Us. I woke up late the next morning. My family was halfway through breakfast when I finally walked in, sunglasses hiding my puffy eyes.
There's Tati. Get her some coffee and food, you guys.
Good morning.
My baby is so sweet. Later, you'll be sweet with someone else.
Come on, Mom.
Here's your coffee.
Fruits.
Bacon. Don't eat eggs, you might throw up.
I shook my head and focused on eating, until I heard a voice I didn't expect.
I'll drink for her. We'll drink later. On me.
I looked up. There he was, Nick. Here, uninvited. What are you doing here?
I'm on vacation too. Coffee's sweeter when you drink it with you.
Let's all take a walk by the beach. Work off what we ate.
Your brother told me about this trip.
He tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. I didn't push his hand away.
I wasn't going to lie. I got your text.
I know. You didn't reply.
I wanted to give you time to think. And
before I could answer, someone else approached.
Tatiana? No way.
It was Ryan, LJ's cousin. We exchanged greetings. Nick stayed silent. No violent reaction? Nick shrugs. That's new. Too early to be a saint.
Does that mean I have a chance? Nothing. Forget what I said. What are your plans for today? I was hoping you'd stay. We could fly back together.
For old time's sake? Fine. But separate rooms.
That's fine. I just wanted to spend time with you.
I saw Blanca with your sister. Have you ever dated her?
I did. For a few days.
At least he was honest. My appetite faded. We walked by the beach.
It was months after you broke up with me. I was a mess. And she was there.
I don't befriend anyone who threatens my relationship, Nicolo.
Maybe I didn't feel it. I was busy loving you.
That hit me harder than I expected. But you dated her later. That counts for something.
I didn't sleep with her. My sister pushed us together. I was mad at you. I even tried to follow you to Canada, but got denied twice.
I realized he had made attempts I never knew about.
I knew I was hard on you. My sister said I shouldn't expect you back. She told me you must have met someone else.
When did she say that?
Before you broke up with me.
I knew it. Alexa had been planting seeds all along.
The phone bills reached 50,000 pesos. My sister had to pay it.
I told you not to call so much, but you didn't listen.
I learned my lesson, Tati. But at the time, it was worth it. I got to hear your voice, and it felt like you were just close. I couldn't say the same with text messages. Besides, your replies were just a few words. Most of the time, you didn't even answer me. I'm sorry.
It's all in the past, Nick. Many years have passed. But if there's one thing that hasn't changed, it's your sister's hate towards me.
She doesn't hate you.
Of course, you'd say that because she's your sister. Do you ever wonder why I don't feel comfortable going to your house whenever you invited me? It's because of her.
Tati?
You wanted us to talk, right? This is me being honest with you. I took a deep breath. Your sister and I never see eye to eye. She hates me, and although I do not hate her, I do not like her. You will always mediate between us when you choose to be with me again.
She doesn't hate you. She just likes someone else for me.
Bingo. So you know too. You've been aware all this time. The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 9, Between Forgiveness and New Beginnings. When he took my hand and enclosed it in his palms, I suddenly panicked. Nick was a big part of my youth, and I admit, ever since we met at the Santa Rita League, he had disrupted my system. I came home to the Philippines for vacation. I didn't expect to see him at all. After we broke up, I avoided keeping tabs on him. It's probably one of the reasons why I didn't hear about him and Blanca dating years ago.
I will always choose you, Tati. Give us a chance and I swear to you, I am not going to waste it. I will respect all your decisions, even the ones I don't agree with. I won't stop you from reaching your dreams again. I will support you. I'm with you all the way, Tati.
I didn't realize I was in tears until he wiped them away from me. I looked away because I couldn't handle his gaze. When you get angry, you'll end up accusing me of having another guy. You can't build a relationship without trust, Nick.
I know. I'm sorry for a lot of things, Tati. I was immature, and I didn't know what I was doing half the time. I didn't want to lose you. So I clung to you without realizing I was weighing you down. You completely disappeared from me. I didn't know how to get you back.
Nick.
If you give me a chance now, I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you. All I want to do is love you and take care of you.
How we felt about one another was as clear as the sun shining from the sky. This was what happened when you let go of grievances and offered forgiveness. It was long overdue, and I knew I was ready to begin again. But I couldn't find the courage to speak. Or maybe I was still afraid we might screw up again because we were moving too fast.
You know what?
What?
Don't answer me right now. Let's just have fun here and see how it goes. We will talk freely. I promise not to get angry. You can ask me anything you want.
My family didn't give Nick a hard time. They included him in our mini vacation, and even the way my father treated him blew my mind.
Sweetie, are you and Nick back together?
Not yet.
Not yet? Well, it seems my rooster is getting weaker.
Rooster? When did Nick become his rooster?
You're my only daughter, Tati. I only want the best for you. That Canadian man you dated briefly was no good for you. You will always be Daddy's Princess Tatiana. Whatever your decision is, let your heart lead. Love is worth the risk with someone who looks at you the same way I look at your mother.
Mom doesn't even like Nick.
And you believe that? Your mother was just teasing you. She's actually in favor of Nick.
The next day, Nick and I watched the ship sail away. My family had gone home to Batangas while we still had one day left. I want to try the jet ski if you're up for it.
I'll rent two. Let's go. We can do parasailing next.
That's a lot of money. You might not have any expenses left for the wedding.
If you're the one I'm going to marry, sky is the limit.
I'm not fond of big weddings, Nicolo. If it were up to me, I'd rather elope. I'd rather use the money for a house than feed people I don't even know.
A small wedding? Noted, Tatiana.
We had a good time in Boracay and it was time to go home. Nick bought me a plane ticket so we could be on the same flight. After landing, instead of a bus, his car was waiting.
What are you doing tomorrow?
I don't know yet. My vacation is almost done and I have to fly out soon. How about you? When are you going back to Japan?
I don't want to think about it yet. Can we go see a movie tomorrow night?
I have no plans tomorrow. Do you want to go out for dinner first, then the movie?
Are you asking me out?
If you don't want to, then never mind.
I want to. I really want to. But I don't want you paying. You're not in Canada right now, Tati. And you're going out with me. So deal with it.
I didn't think I'd see your face again. After all the years, after all that's been. We walked along the shore, no words to say, but the ocean knew it carried us the day. You held my hand and I felt it still. The way we were, the way we will. And though my heart's afraid to start anew, it's leading me back straight to you. Back to the shore where we belong. Every heartbreak led me here. Every mile kept you in my song. Now the years just drift away. Like the tide, we've come back strong. Back to the shore, I've been yours all along. Your laughter echoes filling up the room. Morning light breaking through the gloom. We've been through silence, through mistakes, but love's the chance we choose to take. You said my name and it sounded right, like it did before those sleepless nights. And though I'm leaving, I want you to know my heart stays here, it won't let go. Back to the shore where we belong. Every heartbreak led me here. Every mile kept you in my song. Now the years just drift away. Like the tide, we've come back strong. Back to the shore, I've been yours all along. Maybe time will take us far, but you'll be in every star. And when the world feels cold and white, I'll hear your voice right by my side. Back to the shore where we belong. Every heartbreak led me here. Every mile kept you in my song. Now the years just drift away. Like the tide, we've come back strong. Back to the shore, I've been yours all along.
The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 10, Ties That Bind. Just like Nick said, he paid for everything. We don't see each other every day, but we talk. I feel lighter now, and I rarely get irritated. Most of the time, I don't even know why I was irritated in the first place. Maybe it's because I'm leaving soon. I have 2 days left before my flight, and we still haven't talked about what's between us. In a way, it's just formality. I like to think we're already back to dating each other, but there's still fear. Slight, but there. As I was packing my things this afternoon, I remembered the list of items I still needed to buy. Some were for me. Others were requests from friends, Escanol and their favorite light snacks. I'll just be a moment at the mall, Mom. I'll be back right away.
Okay, dear. Be careful.
In less than 15 minutes, including traffic, I was at the parking lot. I headed straight to the grocery store, bought everything I needed, and was on my way out, when I noticed a little girl crying near the exit. She looked about 6, maybe younger. Something about her seemed familiar. Hello. She wiped her tears, clutching the Barbie doll in her arms. Your doll is so pretty. What's her name?
Eka.
That's a nice name. And what's your name?
Erin.
Erin? That sounded familiar. Why are you alone?
I was with Mommy, but I lost her.
Her voice broke and fresh tears fell. What's your mommy's name?
Alexa.
Alexa? Nick's sister had a daughter around this age, and her name was Erin. My heart raced as I took Erin's hand and led her to the mall's information desk. I asked the staff to page her mother. Minutes later, Alexa arrived, eyes red, face etched with fear. She hugged Erin tightly, checking her for injuries.
Oh, my baby. Are you okay? Does anything hurt?
She helped me.
Alexa looked up and saw me.
You're the one who found my daughter? Aren't you going to gloat?
What?
Go on. Say I'm a careless mother. That I'm worthless.
People were staring. I shook my head. I have no intention of saying anything against you. I can't imagine how scared you were. I'm just glad I could help, Alexa. Don't leave Mommy's side again, okay?
Okay. Bye, Auntie Tati.
Back home, I kept packing until Mom called me for dinner. Everyone was already seated. And as always, since I came home, they'd prepared my favorites. It's so quiet here. I'm not leaving until tomorrow.
We're just a little sad. Your vacation's so short, and we don't know when you'll be back.
I only have 3 weeks a year. I can't come home right away.
Why don't you just stay here? At least if Nick were with you, we'd feel at ease. Right, Dad?
That's true. But we can't dictate what Tati wants. Do whatever makes you happy, sweetie. We'll just visit if we're lucky enough to get a visa.
Really, Dad?
Of course. It's just a bit difficult, but we'll try.
We decided to watch a horror movie, lights off, front door open for air. Halfway through, I screamed because Nick suddenly appeared at the door.
Good evening.
He handed siomai and kikiam to my siblings, greeted my parents, then sat on the floor beside me. Goodness, Nicolo, are you trying to scare me to death? He just laughed. When the movie ended, my siblings went to their rooms.
I'm not pushing you away, Tamayo, but don't stay out too late. There are crazy drivers at night.
Yes, Dad. I'm leaving soon.
My parents went to bed. Nick stayed, eyes fixed on me until we laughed. Are you trying to melt me with your gaze? I patted the seat next to me. These past few days have been wonderful.
As long as you're happy, I'm happy too.
He took my hand, warmth spreading through me.
You might think it's cheesy, but I'm sad you're leaving.
I'm leaving, but my heart will stay with you. He cupped my cheek, kissed my forehead.
I love you so much, Tati. You made me so happy.
And I love you, Nick, more than you'll ever know.
My sister told me what happened at the mall. Why didn't you tell me?
There was no need. Aaron is safe, and that's all that matters. He kissed me, embraced me, and left a few minutes later. The next morning, I woke to noise. It was only 8 a.m. I hid under my pillow until I felt someone enter my room.
Good morning, Aunt Tati.
Aaron, who did you come with?
A lot.
She wasn't kidding. When I stepped out, Nick's whole family was there, cooking breakfast and chatting with mine.
Tati's awake. Good morning?
Good morning.
I greeted his parents.
We didn't want to take your time away from family, so we brought the visit here.
Seeing my family with Nick's, it was surreal. Just last night we'd gotten back together, and now it felt like we'd picked up right where we left off. Maybe it's not too late for Alexa and me to reconcile. Just like what happened with Nick and me, we have to forgive each other and start over again. The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 11, Born to Love You. I was back at Pearson International Airport, and no, I wasn't going home for vacation this time. I was waiting for Nick, who was flying in from Japan for a week of training. The airport was full of mixed emotions, reunions, farewells, laughter, and tears. I hadn't seen Nick since I left, but we made time every day, even just 5 minutes, to ask how the other's day went, or to say, I missed you. This was better than before. Back then, we demanded different things from each other. Youth came with quick tempers. We'd speak without thinking, often without a point, and it led to misunderstandings. Now, we still face challenges, but we didn't let pride take over anymore. Life is too short, and we've already lost enough time. And then, I saw him. Nick. He greeted me with a tight hug and a kiss on the lips. I couldn't believe he was here. I missed you.
I missed you too, Tati.
We pressed our foreheads together, forgetting everyone around us. We walked out to the parking lot. The fall air was crisp. At the pay station, Nick insisted on paying for parking, but I refused. Are you hungry?
I ate on the plane, still stuffed.
We drove to my condo, a luxury Lakeview apartment I'd been renting for 3 years. Being a registered nurse now meant I could afford it. I had an outdoor parking spot near the entrance. Convenient, except for the snow in winter. I'll give you a fob key so you can come and go. I have a spare upstairs. We took the elevator to the 5th floor.
Nice place. Safe area. And the concierge too.
I unlocked the door and let him in. Nick walked straight to the sliding door, taking in the lake view. I was lucky to get this place. A friend transferred the lease to me. He wrapped his arm around me.
You still like to stay in bed before getting up?
Yes, guilty.
Then I'll make us breakfast while I'm here.
Actually, I switched shifts. I'm off tomorrow too.
Really?
You're only here for a week. I'm not wasting it. I showed him the spare room I'd prepared. Fresh bedding, new duvet covers.
We're not sleeping next to each other?
I shot him a playful glare, and he laughed. We spent the evening watching TV and sharing takeout. Eventually, we fell asleep together on the couch. The next morning, I woke first, watching Nick sleep. He had aged well, and somehow I felt even more drawn to him. I brushed my hand over his face. He stirred immediately, pulling me close.
I could get used to this.
We got up, made coffee, and spent the day together. We went out often, keeping busy though our self-control was wearing thin. Before Nick returned to Japan, we took the train to Montreal. We visited the Basilica Notre Dame, a masterpiece that had stood for centuries. As we stepped out, a cool wind almost took my scarf. When I turned back, Nick was kneeling.
I know we're supposed to take it slow, but I couldn't think of a more perfect moment to tell you how much I want to spend my life with you. It won't be easy. We'll make mistakes. But I was born to love you, Tati. If I could choose again in my next life, I'd choose you over and over. I love you so much. Will you marry me?
My eyes filled with tears. He was shivering.
I don't want to rush you, but I'm getting cold.
I laughed through my tears, nodding. Yes, I will marry you, Nicolo. He slipped the ring on my finger and kissed me. For a moment, I forgot where we were, until the sound of people clapping brought us back. The Road Back to You by Raven Sands. Chapter 12, Always You. Nick went back to Japan, and we planned our wedding while we were apart. I thought it would be difficult, especially since we weren't in the Philippines to meet with the people involved in the preparations. I was expecting stress, pointless arguments, and although it wasn't stress-free, it was tolerable. Our families helped so much, it felt like we were there ourselves. The main organizer was Alexa. She was even picking me up today for my gown fitting. All I had to do was give the seamstress a photo and let them know if there were any adjustments. I'd just come back last week. We still had 2 weeks before the wedding. Nick and I weren't big on traditions, but our families were. So, to avoid any hard feelings, we went along with it. Nick was supposed to be with me now, but the groom isn't allowed to see the dress. I don't know if it's true, but nothing could stop Nick from marrying me.
Mano po.
God bless you, Alexa. Have you eaten yet?
Yes, Auntie. I'm just picking up Tati for the final fitting. And we'll have a snack after.
We were in her car when the song Passenger Seat started playing.
You know this song too?
Are you kidding? One of my favorites. You?
Of course. I always thought you were more of a No Doubt or Nirvana kind of girl.
Still am. But when I dated your brother, he was a sucker for songs like this. Always played them.
And instead of cringing, you fell harder for Nicolo, didn't you?
We laughed. And in that moment, I realized she wasn't as bad as I once thought. I tried on the gown. No adjustments needed. I'd been watching what I ate, exercising regularly, and it fit perfectly.
You look so beautiful, Tati.
I saw the sincerity in her eyes, and then she spoke.
It's not that I didn't like you. I was scared for my brother. We had high hopes for him. When he met you, you were all he talked about. He wanted to get married so young, even give up his dreams to be with you. I thought, if I pushed him away from you, he'd stay focused. I was wrong. I'm sorry for everything.
I took her hand and squeezed it. No words needed. At 5 p.m, the lake waters reflected twinkling lights on the trees. My favorite flowers surrounded me. As I walked down the aisle, the quartet played I'll Be, Nick's song for me.
I swear to be your warmth in the cold, your guiding light in the dark, to protect you, to love you, forever and always.
I choose you to be my husband. For better or worse, in sickness and in health, I will love you every day of my life. We sealed it with a kiss. It was exactly how I'd always dreamed. Simple, intimate, perfect. 2 weeks later, we flew back to Canada. Nick had resigned from his job in Japan and, by God's grace, was offered an assistant manager position in Toronto. Our life together was going well, and even when we didn't understand each other, we listened. We compromised. Because love isn't about winning, it's about protecting the promise you made. One morning, as I was getting ready for work, pain hit me. Then warmth, blood, my scrubs, stained.
Tati,
My vision blurred. Nick caught me. When I woke up, I was in a hospital bed. I thought, I'd lost the baby I didn't even know I was carrying. Nick, was I pregnant?
you still are. 6 weeks. God saved you both.
31 weeks later, our daughter was born. We named her Nicole. And in that moment, I knew, no matter what life brought us, it had always been him. It had always been Nick. Like and subscribe to our channel RS Stories app. And download the RS Stories app, link in the comments.